Welcome to the University of Glasgow and to the MSc in Global History. I'm Dr. Julia McClure, Senior Lecturer here in Late Medieval and Early Modern Global History in the College of Arts and Humanities, and I run the programme Master's course on the Global History. So why should you choose the MSc in Global History? Global history can help us to understand the global historical processes of imperialism and capitalism that define the world in which we live in today. It can also help us to understand our connected histories, how different regions of the world have been in contact in different ways for centuries. Global history can help us to understand planetary phenomenon, especially climate change. The Global History programme is designed to help us to decenter Europe, to fight Eurocentrism, and to help decolonise the curriculum. At the University of Glasgow, we focus on social history and other forms of history. And we focus in particular on the Global South, and we have key themes including global inequalities, imperialism, capitalism, slavery and migration, and the environment. One of the great things about doing the MSc in Glasgow, in the city of Glasgow, is that you're part of a global environment with multiple archives, libraries and museums with rich collections from which you can do your research. These include, but are not limited to, the Scottish Business Archive, the Hunterian Museum, the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons. And in the course, we offer hands-on learning experiences. There are more than 20 fantastic museums and galleries in the city of Glasgow. The programme has a clear three-part structure that's focused on training you up to be global historians. We have two core courses. The first one is Exploring Global History, and in this we introduce you to the different historiographical frameworks and approaches and methodologies of doing global history. And we reflect in this course also on what makes a good global history, especially through looking at different writing forms and use of sources and so on. In the second core course, we have a course called Global History Through Local Archives. And in this course, you have the opportunity to go into those archives I mentioned just before, such as the Hunterian, and do what we call hackathons, where you're able to look at and work with different aspects of the collections. So, for example, I myself often run one on Indigenous histories in the Hunterian Museum, and there are rich collections which we can explore and also discuss how to handle these histories and objects carefully and what you need to understand in order to approach these different source materials. The third aspect is something that all students do, which is the dissertation and the module of doing history. So these give you the skills to do research and to think about what it is to be an historian, and then to put this into practice by choosing your own dissertation. And the dissertation topic, you have access to the different staff members who can help guide what sources and topic you might be interested in to help you kind of develop the best dissertation. The University of Glasgow offers a fantastic learning environment with multiple resources. I mentioned already the City of Glasgow and its museum collections and archives. There are also the University of Library special collections, and I also help students to access sources in this rich collection as well. The Tlaxcala Codex, a 16th century Mesoamerican manuscript that I introduce students to, and there are other hackathons also at the university special collections where you find a wide range of sources. I mentioned before the Hunterian collection, but there are other collections all around the city of Glasgow, and this is a really important consideration to have when you choose to do the course in Glasgow, because you're knowing straight away that there are going to be fantastic sources on your doorstep that you can use to develop your historical research, and especially those dissertation projects that you'll do, especially towards the second half of your postgraduate course here. So these are the kind of core aspects that I just mentioned, the two core modules for the Global History programme, the module doing history that all PGT students will do, and the dissertation. And beyond that, you have multiple options to choose different courses that will help you develop your particular interests. So I've made a list here of some of the types of courses that you might find. The one that I run is on the Global History of Inequalities, but you'll find courses on the Global History of commodities, of the Cold War, of military Scotland in the age of proto-globalisation, and violence in the colonial encounter. So across multiple regions and themes and timeframes, there's something for everyone here at the University of Glasgow. What do our students go on to do, and how do they think about the course? Well, I reached out recently to our alumni to ask them what they thought about this. And a recent alumni, Salma Ali, who's now co-lead coordinator at the new Scottish Museum of Empire, Slavery, Colonialism and Migration here at the University of Glasgow, reflected upon how the course of the Global History MSc had equipped her with the skills and experiences to approach source materials and themes and concepts in global history in sensitive and appropriate ways. And this has equipped her for going on to have this really fantastic job at the new Scottish Museum of Empire, doing really important work to transform how history is understood, not only amongst historians, but also in the wider world, in the city, with the general public and beyond Glasgow as well. So one of the benefits of doing global history here at the University of Glasgow is that you will be part of a vibrant research community. So we have what's called the Global History Research Cluster, and we have a web page that you can explore. You can look at our past events to see examples of what kinds of events you might be able to participate in. And as part of the Global History Research Cluster, you can attend research seminars by leading scholars from the University of Glasgow, and also those that we invite from other places around the UK and globally. And you'll also find that there are workshops and conferences throughout the year that you can also get involved with and expand your skills and experiences in becoming a global historian. We have a list of members on that webpage as well, which also give you a kind of indication of who you might want to work with to develop the research interests that you may have when you arrive at the University of Glasgow. And if you're not quite sure what those research interests are right now, the course is really designed to help you to navigate through the rich and diverse field and to highlight the ways in which you might kind of develop certain research themes and so on that will relate to these developing interests. So you can find out more about the Global History programme looking on social media, and you can also get in touch with us. You'll find all of our contact details on the websites.